I'd like to invite the last speaker for today's session, Sri Sudan Dotel. So his topic presentation is nature of pedagogy in the Gita. We are exploring different aspects, dimension of teaching and learning or education in the Gita. So, Sudanji will explore the nature of pedagogy. To introduce Sudanji very briefly, he's the founding, vice president at Liverpool International College, Kathmandu, and he's also the, founding coordinator, Bagmati Zone for Gita4Life Campaign. He's also the PhD scholar at Kathmandu University, and he has been studying the Gita from pedagogical perspective for his PhD project, and he had also many other interesting dimensions in life. He loves music, leadership, and inspiring personality. So over to you, Sudan sir.
Thank you, Hari sir. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So, thank you, Hari sir, respected chairperson of this today's Zoom meeting. Dear, of course, our moderator, Hari sir, Hari Kamali sir, the national coordinator of Gita4Life, and all the distinguished personalities who are here with us. Welcome to you all. My warmest namaskar and Jai Sri Krishna. So as Hari sir was briefly talking about my today's session, I'll be talking on the nature of pedagogy in the Bhagavad Gita. So moving ahead, this is my PhD research area as well. So Bhagavad Gita, quick look. I start with this. We all are known to it. Song of God, 700 verses, 18 chapters, taken from Bhishma Parva, delivered to Arjun, especially when this mighty warrior refused to fight. He had some sort of panic attack. Psychiatrists say it was a panic attack. His hands were shivering, totally sweating, bow dropped, and refused to fight, carry on the fight. Said, Krishna, this is not my game. I cannot do it. He drops it. So that's why, and then starts the teachings of Sri Krishna, where he brings all the essence of the Upanishads and Vedas. That's why it is known as essence of all scriptures, or say storehouse of all scriptural knowledge. Very well known, this line, this verse, we all are known to it, much familiar to it. Sharvo Panishado Gabo, Dugda Gopala Nandana, Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta, Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat. So Sarvo Panishado Gabo, if all the Upanishads are one cow and Sri Krishna is milking this cow, Arjun was the one who drank this Gitamrit, the milk in the form of Bhagavad Gita, and since generation to generation over the millennia, we are drinking, and today we are here to have some sort of taste of it. That's why we are lucky to have this, I say. So, but if we say Bhagavad Gita only as if we consider Bhagavad Gita only as a spiritual text, it would be really unfair to Bhagavad Gita. Because the Gita, our Gita4Life campaign is there. Gita4Life. Gita is for life. It answers almost every questions of the life. That's why we have the motto for Gita4Life. Because Swami Vivekananda, I borrow his term here, has mentioned it as manual of life. Bhagavad Gita is manual of life. Whenever we buy any product, dear friends, we very carefully read that manual first, because we are worried that we might mishandle the product. And this precious life is with us, and its catalog, its manual is Bhagavad Gita, and many people refuse to or procrastinate it, saying that come on, I will do it at my old age, retired life. So Swami Vivekananda's term are, the main four parts. If we see karma, jnana, dhyana, and bhakti yoga, from Vivekananda's terminology that I love: manual of action, manual of knowledge, manual of meditation, and manual of devotion. Now, the main, the focused area of my today's presentation is the pedagogy. So, the pedagogy from the Bhagavad Gita perspective, we find mainly holistic, or say value-based pedagogy, dialogic pedagogy, and transformative pedagogy, if we see it from teaching learning perspective. We say holistic education these days. Everywhere we hear this in modern education. But without integrating this Bhagavad Gita and the Eastern philosophy, dear friends, I am afraid we can't say it holistic education. So holistic, or say value-based pedagogy, dialogic, and transformative, on which I'll be dealing shortly in my upcoming slides. Moving ahead. So holistic pedagogy. Being an English, student, English language and literature student, I myself, little bit tilted towards English language teaching pedagogy. English language teaching pedagogy, if we critically see, it is influenced by Western philosophies. We all agree, no doubt. And slightly, somehow or other, we overshadow or sideline the Eastern knowledge and traditions. I don't mean that it's wrong. And this, while doing this, what happens? Our present pedagogy is materialistic pedagogy. In the sense, it prioritizes language proficiency, success, grades, job opportunity. That we need. But it overshadows ethics, morality, empathy, resilience, that we need to promote in our students. Say, from Mundaka Upanishad, if we borrow Paravidya and Aparavidya, we are somewhere in Apara, and Bhagavad Gita takes us to Paravidya. That is the divine knowledge. So, Bhagavad Gita's emphasis on holistic orientation of value-based pedagogy, especially if we see Jnana Yoga, cognitive clarity, Bhakti Yoga, emotional grounding, and Karma Yoga, ethical action. Dear friends, so going to the value-based pedagogy. What happens in Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna is confused, conflicted, distressed, paralyzed, panic attacked, and then starts the Sri Krishna's teaching, as I earlier also mentioned this. So battlefield is the learning classroom. So it shows that wherever the student is ready, if the student is passionate about learning, the spot is classroom, according to Bhagavad Gita. And Sri Krishna starts. He waits for Arjuna's preparation, how far his disciple, the student, is prepared. Checks his passion, and when the student is ready, he starts talking about how personal growth, ethical behavior, and holistic learning goes on. Like Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya, Shitoshna, Shukatukada, Agama Payanitya, Tansi Tichasta Bharata. So dialogic pedagogy, Sambhati in Eastern, we say. So Bhagavad Gita is very well known as dialogic pedagogy. And in modern education system, in our education system also, as Socrates say, knowledge is dialogic. Vade vade jayati tattva. Our Vedas say this. Knowledge is gained, knowledge is achieved through interaction. This is the main motto of dialogic pedagogy that we find in Bhagavad Gita from beginning to the end. We all know. So especially if we see these dialogues, there are three layered structure: friendly dialogue, mentoring dialogue, and divine dialogue. Friendly dialogue between two friends. Sri Krishna addresses Arjuna as "you are my friend," like verse number 4.3. Mentoring dialogue. Then after, see, dear friends, Sri Krishna, a good teacher should establish trust-friendly relation with the student. Sri Krishna does that. Then starts guiding, mentoring. Then goes the higher level teacher, devoted student. Teach Bhakta and Bhagavan, something like that. That happens after unveiling the unveiling the Vishwarup, the cosmic his cosmic vision unveiling. After that, the dialogue starts. Dialogue goes, especially from chapter 11. After chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita, the dialogues take place as divine one. So entire text unfolds Krishna's questioning, responding, okay, responding, reframing, and silence. This way, no monologue, only the no imposition. Okay, okay, I'm moving ahead. Okay. Then another is after dialogic pedagogy, another is the constructivist approach. Constructivism we find in Bhagavad Gita. Later, in our Western world, we find Vygotsky and others to talk about constructivism. This is what we find in Bhagavad Gita. So, constructivist approach says that knowledge is constructed through interaction. Knowledge is not transmitted, rather, knowledge is constructed. This is the main motto of constructivism. And Krishna aligns with Vygotsky's this concept. Okay, and he does not directly, directly orders Arjun to grab what he says. Rather, he inspires and asks him to construct his own concept, his own ideas, which at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjun says, Nastu moho smriti labda. Yes, Sri Krishna, now I'm free from doubts and I shall act according to your instruction. He arrives. So another point of constructivism is teacher as a mentor, not instructor. This is constructivist approach. So Sri Krishna acts as a very good mentor. He does not instruct. Do this, do that. No. He rather guides his reflections rather than giving the orders. So Sri Krishna acts as a mentor. Another modern approach we find is interaction-based teaching. Learning-centric teaching, learner-centric teaching, here we find in Bhagavad Gita. What happens? During the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjun, it's not like a one-way radio. It's not like a one-way passive delivery. It's like, as Sri Krishna says, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena shavaya upadakshanti te jnanam jnaninash tato darshana. So, come on, he encourages Arjun to have the open discussions. So, this way Sri Krishna fosters analytical thinking and encouraging we teachers that we need to encourage our students to express their viewpoints, so that they are encouraged to engage in debates. Bhagavad Gita also highlights this guru-disciple relationship. Bhagavad Gita emphasizes that teacher is a guide, mentor, motivator, communicator, exemplar, instructor, and enlightener. From friend, that I said in the beginning, three-layered dialogue, from friend to the divine tutor, a teacher should be. Of course, teachers should be receptive and attentive. So, learning by doing, that we say these days in Montessori education and in every modern education, we say this is what Sri Krishna has already 5,005, around 500 years back. This was established, learning by doing. He delivers his knowledge, he gives his knowledge, and asks Arjun to grasp it and take it in his own way. That's why he says, Buddhi yuktu jahatiya ubi sukhata duskriti tasmad yoga yujase yoga karmashu kaushalam. Similarly, developing creativity and critical thinking. Yes, creative. Another feature of constructivist approach is make your students creative, make your students critical thinker, okay, self-reflective, introspective, and we find here the same. The verse says, "Uddharet atmanatmanam natmanam asadayet atmai bahatmano bandhu ratmai paripuratmana." Your mind is the one that that uplifts or degrades you. Here, dear friends, so Bhagavad Gita highlights the importance of self-reflection and self-discovery. Sri Krishna, time and at the end, he says, okay, Arjun, I have given you all these things. Now it's you how to take it, how to use it. We need to teach that way to our students. That is, we teachers need to provide opportunities for introspection, for journaling and self-assessment. This way our students are get opportunity to develop self-awareness, their independent thinking, critical thinking. Now, transformative pedagogy. So, transformative pedagogy, we find that, in short to speak, we find very good transformation from Arjun. The one who dropped his ball, the one who decided not to fight, but finally says, Krishna, I obey you, I take your instruction, now I carry on your instruction and start the fighting. So total transformation is there in Bhagavad Gita. This is transformative pedagogy. So coming to the end, towards the end. So this Bhagavad Gita, why transformative pedagogy? Because it transforms both teachers and students. Teachers and students, both, it helps us to stay calm under pressure. Our life full of pressures all the time, from morning to evening. And this verse, Matras Prashastu Konteya, Shitushna Sukadukada, our students, our teachers, all by remembering this verse can keep themselves cool and calm in even whatever is the situations. And at the same time, Bhagavad Gita helps us find joy in teaching and learning. However is the difficult situation, sukhe dukhe same krtva labha labho jaya jayo. So coming to this end, thus, dear friends, Bhagavad Gita is a rich and multifaceted text beyond the scriptural one, and it has much to offer in terms of pedagogy. That's why teaching learning can be and should be redefined from Bhagavad Gita perspective using a dialogic, holistic or value-based and transformative pedagogy. These are the references I used. Thank you very much for tolerating me. Thank you all. Jai Sri Krishna.
Really wonderful. Well, thank you, Sudan sir, for your inspiring and insightful presentation. And I'm sure, or we are sure that you'll come up with very much innovative findings and ideas through your PhD project, and the project would come to very fruitful ending very soon.